The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Khalid Kareem there defensively.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyree Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space.
You let me score yesterday, then, nigga.
And then the quarterback.
We don't know you like that, sir.
You won't find out. Don't worry about it.
We don't know y'all.
We want to pick a piece. It's okay. It's all love.
You said what?
It's all love.
Where?
Oh, whoa, hey, now.
Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hey, what you want at?
I think he said he's going to hit his back when he get down.
Touchback word. Sails over the inline. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Yeah! Fuck out of here, man! How can niggas just run off route, catch up?
To me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first.
That's a one-on-one.
Number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline.
Avonte Madden's not ever that 5-foot bitch.
He's been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They go play action with Hurts. As he releases it,
Fuck, nigga.
Niggas always want to come in the game, put their hands on me like I know y'all.
Fuck, nigga.
Stop touching me.
Fuck, nigga.
He's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall
He don't
back.
talk to me like that.
So now
No way he got to run crazy now.
I don't like you.
First down.
Y'all hear how you talk about this, brothers?
Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders.
Stop touching me. You're supposed to be on the line. Fatty.
With a 3rd and 2 coming up, they got 8 yards there. From the gun, it's Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders.
Hey, mute your mic, man.
You said what?
Mute your mic.
It's tough to
Oh, keep it muted.
great elusiveness. And he showed it right there to run after the catch. Elliott good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do it with a little bit of maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color?
Let's see, Steve.
Not the one that you're throwing it to. And you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 27, Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 31 yards. yards.
This is Big Girth of Rio. The Girth man. Girth man.
The extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd and a yard, Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins, 28 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And His kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Brandon Wilson to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Joe Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they go play action now. Burrow. Forced out to his left. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely won't like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow on play action. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
But first down, Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this right back to Rager. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
That story they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Now Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear,
he threaded the needle.
We talk about that all the time.
Get the fuck out of here.
He threaded the needle.
Exactly how fast was he going? According to the stats, 21.7 miles per hour. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
The score, Bengals 28, Bengals 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going deep here for Watkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them.
It's caught inside the 25. And all strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Play action. Here's Hurts. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Put his hands on that black like that.
I'm trying to make a play on the ball. It ain't my fault. They didn't even catch the ball. It ain't my fault.
Oh, 3 seconds. Okay.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it.
That ain't caught that.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I must say, Ronnie, I am enjoying your play calling. From what I'm saying you call, I'm enjoying your play calling.
Hey, it's not. I told
All right, don't get too carried away. Don't get too carried away, bitch. Don't get too carried away. Stay. I appreciate it. Don't get too carried away.
Don't get too carried away.
Yeah, I told niggas I'm really early. I'm playing different. What do you be going? Run, nigga.
Credit him with
You
his
don't just be see that white man break free that bot. I've been there. I see when the white man break free. Oh, wait a minute. You try to change direction, that nigga already on you.
Hey, did one day? I said, oh no, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw.
Motherfucker. That's that same white boy he said couldn't stick him. Motherfucker.
And we in that bitch.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there.
What you gonna do? What that bitch ass nigga? Swing on you. We gon' back. We gon' back. We gon' back. We gon' let's take it hard and high. We gon' back. We gon'
Content to bring this out to the 25.
back. We gon' back. We gon' let's take it hard and high. Back. We gon' back with that rule. And win the 32.
About to get going. Long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work for.
Rodney!
No one gets behind you. That's the call.
Josie, the pussy cat.
The long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
You do that gay shit with Josephine.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And they'll get up just short of the 45 to 44. 65 yards rushing now.
Okay, all right.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move.
We've seen enough of this little fun. Get this little fun. We thought it was cool. No, he thought it was cool.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Offensive line really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive. And we have to give them props.
Boy, I'm telling you, not holding that turbo, coming as soon as you get that ball, do so much of a difference.
Everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
No. I said no. All I was thinking about just don't fumble, nigga. Just don't fumble. Whatever you do, just don't fumble.
They open up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Yeah.
The 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The stars that is.
Hey, yo,
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They go play action with Burrow.
Fuck no!
And he's going to intercept his own time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at the 24-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to
I'm gonna put a phone call out on
He's
him.
got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a
I'm gonna put a phone call out on this man.
Normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. He was taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
That place broke the fuck down, man. I ain't know what's going on. I'm scared. Niggas had me a little nervous.
So from the 36 now,
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
They'll run with Sanders. And that'll be good.
Hey, City!
To the 40.
Nigga!
Stop.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Stop.
All the niggas falling over themselves like dominoes, nigga.
Stop.
Black bastards.
You're nothing.
Wow. Y'all hear this?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, back to Sanders.
He's like always going to where I'm supposed to be at. I don't give a fucking distance. Stop going where I'm at.
This is kind of the key here. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to take it.
Starting to get a little. Yeah, you started on both areas of testing, all right?
Right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus
Boy,
on
fuck
the
you.
defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is how you talk to his own brothers, everybody.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, and a heck of
You
an
come on
effort
now.
there as he'll make
Get
the
that nigga
down
fuck you.
catch. And they're able to work this to the
I want to internally decapitate that bitch.
said and done.
These guys simply not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Listen to him.
I wanted to internally decapitate him. Just put my shoulder right to the crown of his. Chin chicken.
This is how you talk about his own brothers.
Nigga, fuck you.
I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing this shit.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. Out to the left here. Complete to the tight end. Got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10.
Jezebels.
Looking at the 5.
Jezebels.
These guys are running offense.
The light of the tunnel getting dim, boy.
Down, stomp down.
Say what?
The light of the tunnel getting dim.
They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are going to push further in front.
Oh, shit.
You know, at times, laughter can be taken for.
You said what?
At times, laughter can be taken for. Yeah, I knew that was some bullshit. Yeah, I ain't had to say that. Your laughter set it off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alex Singleton. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Hurts to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 1st down, Hurts. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Throwing is Hurts. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great